Hello friends, welcome you all once again in lecture series Machining Science and Machine Tool. I am Amit Tiwari, Assistant Professor, Department of Mechanical Engineering, Suresh Gyanbiyar, University Jaipur. Today is the second lecture and the topic is machinability and the metal cutting. So let's start. The objective of today's lecture is to understand that the student will able to understand knowledge about a particular material removal process, or we can say the student will able to understand some metal cutting processes and different type of machines we used for the machining operation, milling machine, lathe machine, drilling machine, grinding machine, and computer numerical control machine, or to demonstrate the fundamental of machining processes and the machine tools. Fourth is to develop the knowledge and importance of metal cutting parameters. There are the three type of parameter I already told you in lecture one. That is cutting speed, feed rate, and depth of cut. To develop the fundamental knowledge on tool material, cutting fluid, and the tool wear mechanism. And the last is to apply the knowledge of basic mathematical to calculate the machining parameter for different machining process. So these are the objective of the lecture. And after end of the lecture you will be able to understand some outcomes, that is understand the geometry of the cutting tool and how the chip formation and the mechanism of chip formation we will discussing in the today lecture. You will find at the end of the outcome you will be able to understand the formation, how the chip will formation, and the generation of the chip, how much to maintain the temperature, how to reduce the timing of machinability, and how to increase the surface quality. So these all are the outcomes you will be achieved at the end of this lecture. Second is identify the basic part and operation of machine tool, including the lathe, shaper, planer, drilling, boring, milling, and grinding machines also. Third one is design locating and clamping device to produce a component. Fourth objective is that is outcomes you will be find out at the end of the series lecture. Select a machining operation and corresponding machine tool for a specific application in real time. Fifth one is select a measuring instrument to inspect the dimensional and geometrically features of a given component. And the last outcome is to understand the computer numerical control machines such as the CNC, DNC, and CAD/CAM robotic software. You will be find out at the end of the series, or we can say at of the lecture, you will be able to understand properly the geometry of the cutting tool also. So now we first of all the introduction about what is the machinability. Now just the main question arises of what is the machinability and how it will achieve. So the machinability definition is that the easy width with a given material can be cut, permitting the removal of material with a satisfactory finish at the lower cost. It is used to signify how well a material take a good finish. It may also be called finishability. So basically, what happened that machinability is defined as the we can say the material removal and with the satisfactory of finishing at lower cost. So whenever you are doing any machinability and finishing will be occur and with the minimum investment of cost, that's why we can say that this is a good machinability. And the machinability also known as the finishability. So whenever you ask, whenever a question arrive in the examination or a viva, and that is what is the finishability and what is the machinability, then both are same. And the definition are is to material removal rate. We can say the removal of material with a satisfactory finishing with a lower cost. That we can say this is a good machinability. So ultimately, the sole objective is to get removal of material with the minimum investment of cost and the maximum surface finishing will be achieved. That's why we can say this is a good machinability. So for the good machinability is associated with the following factors are as follows. The high cutting speed. Second is low power consumption. Third is good surface finish. Fourth is removal of material with the moderate forces. Fifth is medium degree of tool abrasion, that is longer tool life. And sixth one is formation of small chips. So first of all, how we can say that this is a good machinability on the basis of some following criteria. Now discuss one by one. That is the first is the high cutting speed. So during the machinability, you must be reminded that high cutting speed is the most important requirement because with that we reduce the tool life, or which we can say to reduce the some timing. For example, I'm taking the for example, if you want to give a more amount of the depth of cut during the operation, that's with the help of more amount of depth of cut, the machining time will be increased, as well as we can say the tool surface will damage or reducing the cutting edges, because the cutting speed is decreasing with the respective to increasing the depth of cut. Because when you just strike the tool on the workpiece surface and giving the depth of cut is too high, with that the material will remove very slowly, and with due to this formation of a chip are very thick, and this is not required for machining. So for maintaining this type of formation, and to reduce the quality of we can say the material removal rate, or for increasing the machining timing, we must be required a high cutting speed we required first of all. That's why we mentioned the first point is the high cutting speed. With the high cutting speed, we achieve the good machinability. More material will be removed, or as we can say the good surface finishing we will achieve with the help of the high cutting speed. So during the high cutting speed, we must be reminded that the other two parameters, that is three type of parameter I am told you many times, that is the cutting parameter, as cutting speed, feed rate, and depth of cut. And you must be reminded that if you increase in the spindle speed, that is cutting speed, so you will reduce the depth of cut. And if you reduce the depth of cut, automatically feed rate will be increasing. And with the increasing of the feed rate, it will be achieve good machinability definitely. So this first point of view will be must be keep in mind, that is the high cutting speed will be required for the good machinability. Second one is low power consumption. Every machine just take too much power for and there are a lot of electricity will occur during the machinability, and this is the man dangerous, or we can say the man formation of electricity is will required if we reduced by with the help of some special type of technique, or some special operation will be performed for that reduce the low power consumption, that it will be say the good machinability. Third one is that low power consumption. Low power consumption, how we can say that is a low power consumption, because my objective is to learn, or to teach you that how we can achieve the good machinability, or how we can achieve the good surface finishing with the help of all respective parameters which we will discuss in the today lecture. That with the help of this we will be understand basically the good surface finishing will achieve by the cutting speed will be high, low power consumption, and to maintain the temperature, or to maintain the heat dissipation zone. So these all are the factors if you maintain, then they definitely will be achieve the good surface finishing. For this removal of material with the moderate forces, the removal of material with the moderate forces, if you during the machinability, you must be keep in mind that tool will strike on the surface of a workpiece, and due to and the end of the cutting edge will transfer there too much forces, and the internal stresses are generated on the surface of a workpiece, which is finded to understand the quality of surface finishing will be maybe chances reduce if the number of forces are increased. So how we can reduce the removal of material, or to moderate forces applied? So with the respective, we will just achieving by to maintaining the right appropriate cutting parameter, or to use the proper tool, or we can say to use the proper machining operation for a particular operation we can perform to design, or to provide in the shape. So the fifth one is the medium degree of tool abrasion. Medium degree of tool abrasion, that means the longer tool life. If the tool abrasion of is very medium, then we can set a rack angle. That is a rack angle. If you will increase or rack angle will positive, that will we can say that tool life will be increased. Because during the machinability, rack angle is some part which we want to have positive, and the larger the rack angle, then the longer the tool life. Formation of a small chip, that is we can say the during the machinability, the when the material is starting to remove from the workpiece surface, and the formation of chip. The formation of chip, basically we want to the small type of chip, small in quantity. If the chip is not in small in quantity, then if the number of large of quantity we will generate, that is a more excess amount of material will remove, and this is not a good feature of a good machinability. So a small chip are formation and a continuous chip are formation. What about continuous discontinuous? We will discuss in some later. But in the formation of small chip, we will indicate that good machinability and a good surface quality we will achieve. So with the help of this, these are the some machining factors we will be keep in mind during the machinability, how we can achieve the machinability. Simply the machinability is basically, just repeat once again, the removal of material with satisfactory finishing with the minimum investment of cost. And for achieving the good machinability, you will follow the six factors which are to indicate the good machinability. Now the machinability depending on the following factor are as follows, because these six factors are indicated the good machinability, and these factors, these are the 13 factors that indicate that machinability depend on what following factor. That's why we can achieve the six factors. So there are the 13 factors. That is, first is chemical composition of the workpiece material. The chemical composition of the workpiece material is the most important to identify first of all. I'm told you many times that to first to check the workpiece material and workpiece property. After that, you will be understand what type of tool we will select for this particular operation. If your tool will not select for a special operation, or random you will select, and the by chance your tool material is not much more harder than the workpiece material, then definitely the tool will be chances to damage or reduce the quality of workpiece also. So the chemical compositions of workpiece is just indicate that if you use, for example, if we use the diamond for the workpiece, then what kind of tool we use for cut the diamond? So it is very complicated case. So first of all, you identify the workpiece material, then it is easy to cut the material by the cutting tool. And the one more thing is that is if the number of carbon and the number of iron are present in such in a particular material, that's why the hardness and toughness are more. So you must be identified that the percentage of carbon and iron presented on this material, it will increase in the hardness of this material. So we will select this type of material who is much more harder than the workpiece material. It is easy to cut. Second is the microstructure form. The microstructure form, that we can say that what microstructure are the formation on the workpiece surface. If you want to cut the steel, then they first of all identify the structure of a microstructure of a steel. There are some different structure, that is a pietal steel, cemented steel, acoustic steel. So what type of structure are having in the workpiece material? So due to this, we will able to cut the easily to cut the workpiece with the help of tool, and to maintain the structure also. During machining, what happened, the heat is within the temperature increasing and the heating and generation is increasing. So with that, the structure are changes sometime, and it is not a good symbol, or for we can say good sign for the machinability. Because if the structure are changed, that means we can say that we are not providing the good quality of a product. Because if the steel want because we can say the rail steel have a better structure, and during the cutting, if the structure are changed, that means this type of quality of rail are not provided for application. Because we want to apply, we want only plate steel. Okay, so we must be reminded that to maintain the structure. So for per workpiece, we remind them such type of dissipation zone will be decreasing and to reduce the quality of workplace if you not maintain the structure formation. Next is the mechanical property. Obviously, the mechanical property is indicate the toughness, hardness, durability, and reliability, and then many different types of elasticity, plasticity. We first of all you understand that the your ultimate tensile strength, the yield strength of the material. Because if we use the softer material and you cut by the steel, high speed steel, so it will be easily to cut and for identify the if you identify the ultimate tensile strength of the particular material, it easy to cut and easy to understand the geometry as well. So the mechanical properties of the material you must be identify first of all. What is the hardness and toughness of the material? After that, you will be select the tool material. Physical property, condition of cutting, what condition you will be used for the cutting. That is, we can say in the physical property, what is the thermoconductivity, melting point of workpiece material, and how much thermoconductivity for the particular material. So these all are the some specific properties are required to understand while doing machining. Coolant property. Yes, obviously the coolant, there are different types of coolant are available for a special purpose coolant for operation. So what type of coolant that is mainly generally we use for the water and for special purpose we use for dilute electric fluid. So both are different to each other and they are working are different to each other. So different working to each other with the respective different properties we have for a coolant. So the working of the coolant is also depending upon the property of coolant, which will be achieved the good temperature or to maintain the surface quality of the workpiece also with the maintaining the good properties of coolant. Next one is feed rate and depth of cut. Basically, what happen in the machining, the if you increasing the feed rate, then you decreasing the depth of cut. And you increasing the depth of cut, you must be decreasing the feed rate because both are depending to each other. If one parameter you will increase and reducing the another one parameter. After that, you will be achieve the good machinability. Otherwise, there may be chances that the tool will be wear or the cutting edge will be reduced, which is not required for the good machinability. So, for maintaining the good quality of tool material or the surface of the workpiece, you must be understand the feed and the depth of cut is relevant to each other. And once you increase in the one parameter, you definitely will reduce the second parameter with the application or with the requirement of your machinability. Next is the we can say shape of the cutting tool. What type of cutting tool we use? That is single point cutting tool, or multi point cutting tool for that particular operation. If you want to turning operation and the pressing operation, so you will use definitely the single point cutting tool because it will not happen on the multi point cutting tool. So you must be keep in mind that what type of you have to use for the cutting tool during the operation. Size and shape of cut, if you are doing a very large just cut we want to cut a very large cut with the help of single point and multiple cutting tool, so you keep in mind that the time required will be more, and during the time required we reduce the surface roughness or we reduce the quality of a tool material also, because when the number of time increasing and when the number of cutting shape are very large, if we used it, and what happened at the time we reduce the quality of the workpiece, reduce the quality of workpiece, reduce the surface quality of the tool also, because take the more time for cutting the operation. Opposite of friction between the chip and the tool material, that is, we keep in mind that during the chip formation, the tool will transfer the maximum heat or forces to the workpiece, and work is transferred to the formation of chip with the respectively the chip formation increasing, and if the tool cutting is not important, if the tool cutting just we note that the chip formation if we increased or we reducing the temperature with the help of the good coolant, so it will be achieved to maintain the coefficient of friction. But if the coefficient of friction will be high, it will definitely increase in the temperature and definitely increase in the heat dissipation zone, and which is dangerous for our machinability and which is reducing the quality of the surface. Tool material, obviously, many time I told you the tool material is the most important part during the machinability. You must select the appropriate tool. which has a much more harder than the workpiece material. So first of all, you identify the workpiece material, and then we'll select the tool material. And next type of machine used. Type of machine, which type of machine you will use for that particular operation, that is conventional machine and non-conventional machine. So depending on the operation, depending upon the application, we will select this type of machine. And the last is the type of machining operation. So for after selecting the machining, what type of operation we will perform on that machine, because each and every machine, different machine have a different type of operations are having. So what type of operation you will select for the particular product, you will be identify, and after that you will find the result as good surface finishing, good machinability. So these 13 factors are depending on the machinability. These are the factors or 13 factors which are depending on good machinability. The relative machinability of a certain alloy is in given below. Okay, wait. Now in this slide, what we show that if you want to a good machinability or excellent machinability, then what kind of material be used for the operation. So if you want to the excellent machinability, so you will be prefer these three material, that is magnesium alloy, aluminum alloy, zinc alloy. So these three alloys having the excellent machinability property, are having the property. So if you select the magnesium alloy, aluminum alloy, and zinc alloy, it will provide you the excellent machinability during the operation, during the material removal with the help of a cutting tool. So with the selection of these three alloys, it is magnesium alloy, aluminum alloy, and zinc alloy, you will definitely find an excellent machinability. Second one is under the category of good machinability, that is brass steel, red brass, gunmetal, malleable cast iron, grey cast iron, feed cutting steel, copper aluminum alloy. So under this category of good machinability, you will select the such type of material for that. If you want to good machinability, you will select this type of material. If you want to excellent machinability, so you will be prefer this material. So these are the some classifications of material according to the machinability. It is excellent machinability and good machinability. And you must keep in mind that the low carbon steel, annealed nickel, and low alloy steel are under the category of poor machinability. So whenever you select this type of tool for machining, so keep in mind that it will produce the poor machinability which is not required. They will reduce the surface quality, or they will not provide a good appropriate finishing at the end of the operation. So this type of tool are not providing the good surface finishing, and it indicates that is three material are indicated as a poor machinability. So we do not require this type of steel alloys for the machinability. Keep in mind during the machinability when you will perform any operation on machine. Pair machinability, that is some material that under the category they see in which ingot iron and wrought iron, high speed steel, model metal, sintered carbide are the under the category of fair machinability. So this type of material are used basically in some rare cases where we not found the such type of excellent and we can say the good materials. So for the application of for cutting purpose, we use such type of material for fair machinability and the category. And lastly, not machinable. That is, they are the three type of material. That is 18 ratio 8 is stainless steel. Second is light alloy of different compositions, and third one is the white cast iron. So these are being have a not machinable, so we do not require to use this type of material for the machinability because it's having a not machinable property. So these are the some relative machinables of certain alloys are given and showing on the screen. So whenever you achieve the good, excellent machinability, you will prefer this category. You will, if you want to the good machinability, you will prefer this category. This category, if you selected by chance, if you have no option and you select this type of category, you will understand that after end of the operation, you will find that no proper machinability you will have because it's some pure machinability of this particular alloy or material. For fair maturity, that is, it will be used for some rare cases whenever the remaining material are not available. So it will use for the fair maturity. And this last one is under these three alloys are not under the category of not machinable. Now the machinability properties of material, that is that most important to identify the property of a material. Definitely property of material in the case of workpiece and in the case of the tool material also. Because if you do not understand the property of a tool material or randomly you used for cutting and by chance if the workpiece material is too much harder than the tool material, that it will not able to cut the workpiece surface or maybe chance of the cutting edge of the tool will reduce and it will damage in certain time it will be happen. So for preventing such type of problem, to first be identify the or to check the mechanical properties or some standard properties required for the machinability. So the hardness, thermoconductivity, coefficient of friction, size, stress, strain. So these are the desirable property basically we used for the good machinability. Whenever used for a tool, so first of all you check the tool and such type of machinability where property we required to good machinability. So at the end of the machinability, you will found that if you select the proper formatting or if you select the proper machining operation, it will achieve the good finishing and time saving also. Now the section we are discussing here, so it's a metal cutting. The metal cutting basically how we can indicate this is good metal cutting and what is metal cutting. So basically this process whose material removal is affected by the relative motion between the tool made of harder metal and the workpiece. So the definition of the we can say the metal cutting is referred to removal of material process. So the removal of material process basically where the metal is removed affected by the relative motion between the tool made of harder material and the workpiece. Obviously, the tool material is selected the harder and the workpiece it easily to cut the metal. We can find the good machinability. So whenever you use the single point cutting tool for turning, shaping, and multi-point cutting tool as used in the milling or drilling. So it is the depending on the what type of operation you will be perform on the workpiece. On the basis of this, you will select the tool, appropriate right tool. If you do not select the right tool for that particular operation, so definitely it will not remove the material as well as to damage that workpiece or the tool also. So for maintaining this the in metal cutting, the conditions have the important influences of the metal cutting are as follows. The first is work material, second is the cutting tool material, third is the cutting tool geometry, fourth is cutting speed, fifth is the feed rate, sixth is the depth of cut, and the seventh is cutting fluid used. So these all are the conditions we have important influences on the metal cutting. You must keep in mind that is the work material, what type of material we use for the work material, cutting tool material, cutting tool geometry. That is what first of all you identify the cutting tool geometry. We will discuss in some later. Cutting speed, feed rate, after these are the cutting parameters. I'm already told you that each and every parameter are dependent to each other, so you must keep in mind during the good maturity. So you will be identify that how much cutting speed you have required and how much cutting feed rate you will be provided and with the certain depth of cut. So after that you will be able to understand the good maturity how will be occur with the respectively this type of condition if you have. Uh, Mentioned on the metal cutting. Elastic cutting fluid used, that is the coolant. The coolant is used if the properly we monitoring the temperature distribution zone. Then it will require a good coolant, and to manage this coolant, you will be able to maintain the surface roughness or you maintain the surface finishing also of the particular workpiece material. So what happened basically in the model of cutting process that I'm just showing you, that you can see here this is a diagram of the basic positions of workpiece, and the workpiece are placed on the tool on the, hold on the check machine we used for the particular machine that used for cut the material. So basically, what happened? The tool is strike on the surface. This you can see here. This section is the cutting edge. This section is the cutting edge section, and to starting the cut the material at this edge, and the formation of chip you can see here, and the sliding over the face of the tool. And these chip are sliding over the face of the tool, and the formation of chip is continuous chip. You can say this is a continuous formation of chip which we require for the good machinability. So the chip formation if we require is the continuous chip. We do not require the continuous chip or a build-up chip, because if during the good machinability we will require such type of parameters for achieving the good surface finishing, and we can say this is a good metal cutting. Now this is a metal cutting is the metal cutting, or we can say to produce a desirable shape or size or finishing a component by removing the excess material in the form of chip. Because ultimately the formation of the chip is generated by the removal of the material, and the material will remove with the help of the cutting tool. So the 50% chip may be constituted in the initial workpiece. So I have already told you that the previous lecture 1, that is 80% of energy is converted into the heat in the section of we can say chip. So the chip is generally used for high temperature region, and which is maybe causes that sometime it will reduce the quality of workpiece also, because the maximum number of heat temperature increasing, it will reduce the quality surface. So in the for factor affecting, of what type of factor affecting, there are three type of factor affecting on the metal cutting, and that is the property of work material, property and the geometry of the cutting tool, and the interaction between tool and the workpiece. So in this diagram, you must be shown that there are three category A, B, C. So these are the initial stage. A category show the initial stage, the initialization of metal cutting, and you can see these are the complete formation of a square section of a workpiece, which is not a while I was initially stage of the machining, and this B section starts the starting of the removal of material, and the C section will completely that material will removed, and the formation of chip you can see in this diagram. Diagram C. So this is the increasing the chip formation, but this is the discontinuous chip you can see here, because this is not formation on the continuous chip, and if the continuous chip are not formed, that means it indicate that your material will not in a fine finishing, or we can say it is not a good machinability operation, because we want to the continuous chip, and the continuous chip basically happening on the ductile material. If you use a brittle material, then it will be chances that this continuous chip will be occur. So these are the phenomena of the metal cutting. Now, basically, these are the some examples of single point cutting tool and the multi point cutting tool operations performed on the different machines. The upper portion of this section is a table section. In this, you can see here. These are the section are performed on the lathe machine. It depending on the convection lathe machine or non-convection lathe machine. Both operations are performed on the all the operations are performed on both machines, and you can see these are some external image, and it's an internal image of operation of turning, pressing, roving, forming, threading. These all are the performed by with the help of a single point cutting tool. With the help of single point cutting tool, you will be able to cut this type of operation. These are the single point cutting tool, and these are the operations you see here. You can see in this diagram, upper portion of the diagram. Second one is these are the second section shown on the milling machine. Basically, with the help of multi-point cutting tool, you will cut this type of operation. And milling machine are generally used for manufacturing the gear or manufacturing the slot cut. You can see in this diagram. They are the surfacing, slotting, sliding, grooving, forming. All these bottom operations are performed with the help of the multi-point cutting tool, and the upper portion we perform with the help of the single point cutting tool. Now the mechanics of metal cutting, that is the maximum number of chip formation. During the chip formation, the heat or energy is converted in the formation of chip, that is 80%, and the remaining we can say that tool and the workpiece will distribute it at the depending on the situation, depending on the forces required. Basically, what happened, I'm just told you that is this direction of primary motion is the workpiece area. We can say the this is shear plane area, and the where the formation of chip start and the removing the material from the surface of workpiece, the shearing of zone where they start the chip formation. It's one of the shear zone, and this plane is known as the shear plane. So what happened basically the shear plus friction you can see in the chip surface, that is the shearing of material and the friction is generated. So the combination of shearing friction we have to generate the maximum amount of energy convert into the heat in the chip. That's why we can say the maximum amount of heat will generate on the surface of chip and rather than the tool and the workpiece. So the formation of chip is basically depending on the tool forces and the depth of cut we provided for the machining operation. If we increase in the depth of cut, then the thickness of the chip will be increased more, and it will reduce the cutting edge of the cut tool, and it is a wastage of money, or at the time it is a wastage of the tool because we do not require too much type of depth of cut rather than to increasing the cutting speed. If you increase the cutting speed and increasing the feed rate or decreasing the depth of cut, it will achieve the good machinability and remove the excess amount of material with the minimum timing, and the power losses will be minimum. So therefore the power consumption is achieved with the cutting speed if we high. So these all are the cutting standard parameter of mechanism of metal cutting. So during the formation of chip, you must be keep in mind that we want to the continuous chip formation rather than to discontinuous or build up chip formation. So at the this an image we can show here, that is the primary zone of direction we can. I'm just showing you regarding to the formation of chip and metal cutting. You can see this the upper this diagram. These are some turning operation performed, and you can see the spindle speed direction of motion is here, clockwise, and where which we can found that the metal is removed from the workpiece. You can see these are the some new surface are formed by the machining operation, because the original length and original area are like this, and after the feeding you will provide the feed rate, and some these are the you can see these are depth of cut. You can each layer you have the same depth of cut. These are the indicate the depth of cut, and you can see this direction is indicate the feed direction, and this direction you can say spindle speed. So with the help of this you will identify that which parameter is more affected for machining, and you will show here these are the chip formation while during the machining or metal cutting. So these are the mechanism of generation of metal cutting or chip formation are here. These are the depth of cut. These are the depth of cut. These are the feed rate. You can see here this feed rate, and this the direction we can say the cutting speed. So these all are the fundamental are generally basically we use for the metal cutting. If the metal cutting of your we can say that you want to a good machining operation or with the minimum power consumption or the minimum time requirement, so you will be manage the cutting parameters is most important. With the help of the cutting parameter you will be achieved like this. So the cutting speed, depth of cut, feed rate, all of the parameters are required for good machinability, because each and every factor is the most important, and with the help of this we will be understand the good machinability, the directions of the motion tool face interface, chip surface zone, and the zero zone of the this particular area. That is the maximum number of area are covered during the machinability is a chip where to where the 80% area is converted into the heat. So we reduce the heat shipping zone. We required to change some parameter, or we required a good coolant for maintaining the surface of quality of the workpiece or as well as the tool, because we know that if the cutting tool damage, it will loss of money, and there are some materials having the difficulty to find out for a particular operation. So if we use to cut the steel, then tungsten carbide we required, and if we use tungsten carbide for cutting the metal operation, we require diamond for the cutter. So every material cutting, we must observe that the material is the most important part to, because it will directly propose to the rate price rate. If number of the increasing in the range, you will go to the upper range of the good cutting material, we definitely prefer the highest cost. And the higher the cost, that means that loss of money, and which is not easily uh, purchasable via the operation purchaser purchasing by the operation, which is the requirement. What are the requirement of good machinery? We require some cutting parameter are in good appropriate manner, or we can say standard parameter we used, cutting parameter of that is filtered extended we required. Another one is the to workpiece material and the tool material. So these all are the fundamentals we required for the mechanics of the metal cutting. Now, at the end of this lecture, I am just asking you some questions regarding to the today discussion. Some multiple choice questions are for reminding the some conceptual questions. What type, how we learn from this lecture. The question one is, why metal removal process is costly? The options are: A is more energy is required, B some of the material is wastage, C both more energy is required and some of the material is wastage, and D none of the mentioned. So the correct answer of this question is C, that is both more energy is required and some of the material is wastage. That's why we can say that the material removal process is very costly. Second point is in which machining process removed metal is negligible. The options are surface finishing, metal removal, none of the machine mentioned, and D is both surface finishing and metal removal. So the correct answer of this question is A. Surface finishing is basically we can say the machining process to remove the metal is negligible. Third question is, which of the following process is not grouped under the metal removal process? A. Boring, B. Milling, C. Tumbling, and D. Rolling. So the correct answer of this question is C, that is tumbling is used. Basically we can say it is not grouped under the metal removal process. Fourth one is which of the following is not grouped under the surface finishing process? The options are A. Swine, B. Tapping, C. Buffling, D. Polishing. The correct answer of this question is A. It is swine is not grouped under the surface finishing process. Fifth is, in how many group metal removal process can be classified? The options are 2, B3, C4, D5. The correct answer of this question is B. That is, 3 groups are under the classification of a metal removal process. This question arises, in which type of metal removal process grinding is included? So the options are: A is conventional machining, B abrasive process, C non-traditional machining, D none of the mentioned. So the correct answer of this question is B. Abrasive process is used to type of metal removal process which including in grinding. Seventh dash metal removal process includes milling. So the correct options are conventional machining, B abrasive process, C non-traditional machining, D none of the mentioned. So the correct answer of this question is A. Conventional machine where the metal removal process include milling. Eighth question. In which type of metal removal process thermal energy is included? The options are conventional machining, B abrasive process, C non-traditional machining, D none of the mentioned. So the correct answer of this question is C. Non-traditional machining is a type of machining of a metal removal process have including the thermal energy is much more increasing. Ninth question is, which of the following is not the type of non-traditional machining? So the options are A. Electrochemical process, B. Chemical machining, C. Mechanical energy process, D. None of the mentioned. So the correct answer of this question is D. There is none of the mention of the following is not the type of the non-traditional machining. And last question is which that is 10, which type of cutting tool have wide application on lathe? The options are A, single point, B, multi-point, C, both single point and multi-point, D, none of the mention. The correct answer of this question is A, single point type of cutting tool have wide applications of on lathe. So at the end of this lecture, I am preferring you the textbooks for understanding the today lecture, which is covered by the these books, and under the category you will be understand the more deep knowledge about this particular lecture or the lecture series. This lecture series will be covered in this all of the book are preferring for the understand the machining and in machine tool. These are the some book names, authors, and the publishers are here. I hope you enjoying this lecture. If you have any doubt, any query, you will drop me on mail. My email ID is amit.tiwari@mygambia.com, and you will contact me on my contact number also at 690319448. At the end, I'm just giving some highlights. First is for good machinability, we require some parameters, that is high cutting speed, material of workpiece, material of cutting tool, and we can say that the surface quality will be achieved with the help of cutting parameter if you maintain, or to providing some standard coolant, or we can check the properties of the coolant also. And during the metal cutting, we must be reminded that one thing, that all the cutting parameters are depending to each other. Which parameter depending to each other, you must be keep in mind during the machine making, for that we will be achieve the good surface quality and the smoothness. With this, I'm just thank you so much for listening patiently. We will be meet you soon in the lecture number third. Thank you so much for listening patiently.